Okay, so the question I wanted to ask was because you had said for performing musicians, whether green or seasoned. Now we know that there are a lot of young people that are seeing the success of the industry and want to just join the industry. How do we determine who can become a member? One and two, for those that do get to become members, is there a plan for artist development?
Okay, thank you so much. First, for you to be in the industry, that already qualifies you to be a PMAN member because PMAN is Employers Association. It's a trade union, not CAC registered.
Yeah.
It's a trade union. So the trade union is covered for both musicians and the employers. Now the employers are your managers, your dancers, your session men, your producers, your directors, your videography guys. They are all employers of labor for the musicians.
Yeah.
So you as an upcomer, once you can sing, you can write, right? You can play guitars, you can dance, you're a DJ, you are eligible to be a piano.
Okay, so my nephew that decides I want to be a famous rapper, no experience can join.
Yes. But you need to be from 18 and above.
Okay.
We don't accept babies. What was the second question?
What's the plan for artist development?
Okay, so we are building a couple of structures.
Okay.
Abuja structure is coming up very soon. Abuja structure is going to have the music academy. So music academy is developing the nitty-gritty, the rudiments of music, right? And also business of music. So there like two schools in one: business of music and the
Yeah.
rudiment of music. So brushing out, so that the school is going to brush out your writing skill, your singing skill, your playing skill, right? Your dictating, understanding music skill. And the other one is now teaching you the business. What we're doing now is business of music, not rudiment of music.
Yeah.
What we're running as PMAN. We're not showing people that as musicians we can run the business of music. That means how do I make your music generate revenue? How do you manage your team, your management? How do you broker international record deal? How do you go on tour with from other African countries with other? How do you collaborate? That is business behind being a musician.
Fantastic.
And to add to artist development, like you said, like I said, we are upgrading PMAN. We're digitalizing PMAN. So there's no way you upgrade without getting in sync with social media. So we also intend to bring uh, superstars, established superstars like yourself, and other music producers and artists and singers, rappers. We want to have once in a while we'll have gatherings in a town hall and get young artists to come hear them speak, talk to them and let them know ways they can do things, basically. So we'll do that physically and we'll also do that on via social media, Zoom and Instagram live sessions. And we're already planning one with OY Productions. OY Productions, he was here last week too. So he's a very good producer who actually just created an Afrobeat beat pack for
Yes,
producers.
for producers,
Yes,
DJs,
for
yes.
samples, Afrobeat samples. So he has that now. So he was here last week, and then he's I think he might be the first person that will go on PMAN Live to talk to and enlighten young artists. So we're doing a lot. But the thing, like somebody just asked me a few minutes ago if PMAN will promote his music and all. So I always try to let them understand that PMAN it's a union, it's a musicians protection organization, not a record label, not yeah. So I always like to let them know that. So we are working.
Okay, I also wanted to add that, we are also, in terms of providing platforms for upcoming artists, that is one thing that has worried us a lot. We also have to, we're also trying to make sure that like I was telling you, every upcoming artist, these upcoming artists go as much as paying people to perform instead of making money, you know. And then sometimes they give them peanuts or nothing at all. So we'll make it we'll have a mandatory minimum fee. He can negotiate upward, but there should be a minimum fee for every upcoming artist. Apart from that, the biggest news is for me is that the NMA is back. Nigerian Music Award is back. That's the mother of all awards. That's the mother of all awards. So I think very soon with the leadership of Pretty, I think that musicians, even upcoming, the type that police harass on the road and every other artist will work with his
No,
shoulders.
Mr. President, this question goes to PMAN in general.
Okay.
Because you talk about settling fights. I was in Lagos before I left for Abuja. I spent 10 years in Abuja and back to Lagos. I registered for PMAN like 25 to 30 years back. But till today, I never get my ID card at the Keja then. All right, basically now, have you been able, because when I was in Abuja, the branch of PMAN in Abuja, there was a lot of fight relating to the top positions, hierarchy there. Have you been able to unify every branches of PMAN across board? That is one. Secondly, Zaki talked about NMA, that the biggest news he wants to share with us is Nigerian Music Award is back. Is PMAN planning any award for PMAN? PMAN Award. As members of PMAN, we have to recognize ourselves to keep the flag flying. You know, is there anything like PMAN Award?
Okay, thank you so much. I will take your first question. Since we came in, if you notice, you talk about the infighting years back, but if you notice recently, have you heard or seen anything like that? When we opened before we opened the the edifice, we had our NEC meeting. We brought in 36 state chapters. The PMAN is big, so PMAN is in every state. And every state, they have their local government, they have their head in all the local government, the chairman in all the local government. So the state chapter chairman, the governors came. We hosted everybody at the Eco Hotel. That was in August, right? Was it August? That was in August. Now, Abuja, like you said, if you can put a call, Abuja is settled. So we've been able to go to each state and resolve what the problem was. Like I said, the problem was greed and selfishness. And luckily, this our team where we grew up from a different class of thinking and reasoning. So we came in to be able to see that the union works, that the industry works and generate revenue for us. Because I know what we all put in. I was born in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria. These are boys that are coming up with us. So, but growing up, being born in Nigeria also gave me a different perception of our life. And succeeding from the gutter and not being stained is another thing. So it's a plus for me. So taking a position to settle issue was how we now. I went to Abuja myself, so Abuja was resolved. Some of the states I went myself. I didn't send ESCOs or the general secretary. I went myself to settle that, and we've been able to. We have peace, relatively peace, in every state. I can boastfully tell you that.
Which is why we've been able to achieve what we have.
That's why we've been able to achieve what we achieved. Now we're coming to NMA. NMA is PMAN Nigerian Music Award. So it's not Nigerian Music Award differently. It's owned by PMAN.
He is silent.
So it's a PMAN Nigerian Music Award. That's also what we grew up knowing. It was the biggest. It was the biggest award in Africa. It was the first award in Africa for musicians, and that's where every other award took their template from, like Ghana, South Africa. The whole of them took their template from PMAN. But you keep wondering, it's like our political scene. What then happened that they ruined it till now until we're getting it back? That same thing that happened to Nigeria. So we need to get young people that will take over the rulership of our country and repair it. I believe it's workable. With what we've been able to do with PMAN, you guys will know that to fix Nigeria is a piece of cake. We can fix it. A particular part has to do with voice properly. Then again, you need to get international firm to check the credibility of the nominees and also regulate. So PMAN doesn't like what this one that they all this award you're saying, they'll come and put hand on the table and somebody will win an award. We won't even be in the team. Are you guys understanding? Yeah. That's the only way to prove that if A is winning it, you know A won it generally globally. If B is competing, winning it, B is competing, B is seeing it clearly that A won because of this data, not because of my management is more popular than his management and all. No. So this basically what we're trying to bring back the the award, and we successfully done it to better the image of our music industry.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to say it's a very big development because by grace of God, we were there during the old PMAN. We were there, we saw it at Ikeja when we were starting. And just like you pointed out, at that time, there was nothing really attractive about PMAN. You know, you go to PMAN, you see musicians that are not really playing. When you go to the field, as in go to shows, the people you meet in your shows, you don't see them at PMAN when you come to the meeting. So, but right now, I don't know if you have, plans, of incorporating everybody, because now we're here now. I see Zaki, I see Rugged Man. How about the Olamides? How about the Whiskies? How about these people? Are they going to be part of this PMAN, or PMAN is going to be operating without those people?
Okay, Fire, thank you very much for that question. A lot of people ask us, okay, where's Burna Boy, where's Olamide, where's Whiskey and Co. But what I need you to understand is um, our philosophy right now is we want to put our home in order first before we now invite people to come in. So what I'm trying to say is, it's like me telling you I'm a fashion designer, but as you're looking at me, I'm wearing rags, not a Kanye West Yeezy kind of rag, as in rags. So basically, we're trying to put P-Man in order. You see everything around us now. So one is a situation whereby when we now invite the Wizkid and the Burna Boys and the Davidos, when they get here, in fact, before they even get here, they will hear what things we've been doing. You understand? They will hear what P-Man has been doing, especially in protecting and taking care of entertainers. So when they now come in and then they sit with us like this, they will understand where we're coming from. It will feel familiar to them because a lot of them feel like not like they feel, it is how they are. Bro, they're making money, so they don't really need anybody. It's the artists who are struggling that need assistance for healthcare and all whatnot. Even a boy can afford any hospital anyway.
Maybe I didn't put my question.
No. I'm coming. I'm still coming back. I'm coming back. So what I'm trying to say is the Olamides and the Burna Boys and the Wizkids. Right now they're not lit. They don't want to hear anything that's not working with them at that moment. So what we're trying to do is get PMAN to a level where they will all understand why they need a PMAN. You understand? And make it feel like home to them. Make it feel familiar to them. Make it feel they're used to success. So PMAN is succeeding. We're moving forward. We're bringing it to the island. We're getting hospitals. We're getting corporate bodies involved, and that is what those kind of brands understand. They're not struggling, so we don't want to come out looking like we're struggling too,
Or begging them to
or
come
begging them
to the
to.
meeting
So
and come and join.
we want to give them a reason to know, to want to be part of it. We don't have to beg anybody. You understand? So
What I'm saying is, not for now, whether PMAN has a plan in future to make PMAN, a place where as a musician in Nigeria is a prerequisite to other events you want to do, that you must be part of PMAN. PMAN must recognize you to be able to function as a musician in Nigeria. So that's the question.
Now, the whole of them you mentioned, nobody left the shore of Nigeria without getting a recommendation letter, a cover letter from PMAN, even while we were fighting. Do you understand? Even while we were fighting. If you mention the whole of them, including Portable, I just said the newer one, Techno, Kiss Daniel, I signed those ones. I signed the first time they traveled out to do a concert. So these people, they know the worth of Pima, but they won't leave hustling their money and come to do music politics. They are too young to understand the music politics. They don't understand where the body is moving to. Right now they are paying attention because we are handling it. Before their manager, they are let me call one person that I know, you know somebody in Pima, they will give letter. That's how they've been collecting letter. It was only when they reached out to us for letter, we tell them, go and register. So, as I'm telling you, a whole lot of them were already taken and they already registered before we even bought this, since we started biometric card. Because without you registering, we're not giving you a cover letter. So they know for you to go outside, play concerts, like go on tour, you need a cover letter to go to the embassy. Now, for you to also go outside and get work permit that will allow you to play concert, they will ask you a cover letter from the music union of your country, and we're the only ones that can give you that. So, if they're telling you they don't know, no, they know. But because they are busy, they are active on stage, they won't have time, like how we have time to come and sit down and try to build a structure. But when they get to a particular age, they will start coming into now ask. When we were younger, me and Junior, the time when they took me in 1992, took us to go and register, I was saying no because I came to PMAN. It was on Oremeji then. I came to PMAN office and I saw people with long dread. That are like, is this what the industry is all about? So my Gideon Wamo was me and Junior's manager. Like, no, but you guys must have the PMAN ID card. I won't lie to you guys. We paid, got our ID card. They never saw me again.
You know, I don't want to mention name, but there was a certain one of us who was the head of MTV Base, moved to America. They refused him green card for one reason. I had to come to him. That time we're not even here. We're using his office in Fadei. I had to come to him and beg for him to write that letter. We wrote that letter. He signed it. I sent it to him, and he got his green card.
Under
He got his stay in America.
Giving his stay.
You know, so there's so much P-Man can do that most people don't know. There's just so much.
We as musicians,
as
because
artists.
that's what we're saying. We need to keep educating them. We as musicians, we don't know the worth of music.